Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, Sitabadi. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also doing well. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. We are meeting for the very first time, right? Yeah. Tell me about yourself, then I know you better.
Okay. So, as you know, my name is Varsha, and I'm basically from Himachal Pradesh, and currently I'm living in Punjab. And if I talk about my qualification, so I have completed my post graduation in computer. And if I talk about my family, so I'm in a joint family. And yeah, recently I have started my YouTube channel, and it's going good because of my communication skill. So YouTube gave me consistency. Yeah, that's all about me.
Yeah. That's it. Let me introduce myself. Yeah. I'm Shatabdi Pal. I'm from Gangarampur Indian School in the state of West Bengal. I have completed the graduation in Geography Honours from University of Goa, and I have completed B.Ed from WPUT EPA. Actually, it's under Calcutta University. And you talked about my family background. I belong to a nuclear family. My husband is a businessman, and I have a baby boy. Apart from that, my pride and joy are traveling and listening to music. That's all about it.
Yeah, great. It's great sounds. Okay. Tabadi, you have any question
Yeah.
for me? I ask.
When did you started in this journey?
Yeah, sorry.
When did you started in this journey? English journey.
Yeah, in 2021, I have started my learning English journey. So that was a time. Then I thought that I should start speaking and learning English. And in between, I have lost my consistency for practice. I can say that. But now, in month of April, I have started my YouTube channel, and I'm continuous. I'm practicing, and I'm teaching kids as well, children as well,
Okay.
English.
What's the channel name?
Learning English with Varsha.
Okay. After a call, obviously I visit that channel.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I have few questions for you. Okay, like I have started. I can say that series. Those people who are just thinking about learning English, but they are unable to start their speaking. I can say that. So the question is for you that how did you start your, because there is a, I can say that uh, procrastination is there sometimes. It looks like a boring task for us, that everyday speaking, everyday learning. So what was your first step towards learning English?
Uh, actually, I went to school for interview last 2 months ago, but I'm not selected because at that time I'm not fluent in this language. It's a very depressing situation for myself. That's why I have started on my journey. And first from YouTube. Then I watched some conversational video on YouTube. I watched some movies in English, and in that the process I'm improving of myself day by day. And yeah, when I'm free, then I reading some ncrt books. It's too much helpful for myself because I was dropped my cv last 2 to 3 school. So obviously they are informed anytime for interview. That's why I'm preparing of myself. And when I'm free, then I recording of my own videos, and it's a very helpful for myself because I rectifying that what are the mistakes I made. Then yeah, in that the process I'm improving of myself.
Okay, so in your case, that was like, I can say that you have given interview, and you didn't like get selected there. That's why you have started your journey. So yeah, this is most of the women, they have these issues that they are good in like a written part, and as well their grammar part as well, but when it comes to speak, so they are not able to speak. Definitely, this is the
Yeah.
way that because first step is, I can say that initial step is difficult for taking whenever you will take your first step. And the thing is that if you have that zeal, now you have that zeal, I can see that you are desperate about your job, that I have to take that job, and you are learning properly English every day. So this is the first step. So as you told me that you are watching English movies as well. So what do you think? English movies, like initial stage, sometimes we are not able to understand the
Hmm.
English
Actually,
accent.
yeah. Actually, I join every day newspaper reading class, and it's a too much tough, obviously. And I learn so many advanced words, idioms, and phrases. And in that the process, I able in this pattern. And obviously, when I watched the movies first, it's a very difficult for me because their accent is too much different. I followed Indian accent, and they are followed. American or British accent. So first time it's a bit tough for me, but now it's a very easy for me because it's my habit. Every day when I'm free, and then I watched some English movies. Yeah, actually, not only verbal communication, but also non-verbal communication is too much important for that and for interview. So that's why I followed their hand gesture, body languages, and they are maintain an eye contact, and obviously they are maintain a little bit smiling when they are speaking to someone. Everything I followed, then I am little bit able in this pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important because you are learning from YouTube. So, what do you think about like a mentor? Because we have need for guidance. Now you are speaking well, but definitely while we are speaking, so there are few mistakes, grammatical errors, and when it comes to speak in front of the interviewer, so definitely there is no place to do any mistakes. So, what do you think about the mentor, about the guidance that you should take that? Guidance, or you want to go to with apna like YouTube?
Yeah. And obviously, YouTube is a great platform for me because I learning a lot from that. And obviously, every day I learning something new. And actually, I will try to join English medium school. So very knowledgeable students are in there. And when they are asking me any questions or queries, at that time I'm not replied in English. It's a very cumbersome situation for myself. So that's why I want to learn in this language. And when I'm free, then I'm not wasting on my time any purposes like Facebook, WhatsApp, anything. And at that time, I messaged in this group, and it's a great group, obviously. And anyone are free, so connecting to me, and obviously in that the process, I learning a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But what about mentor, like teacher? So do you think you have need a trainer who will rectify your mistakes simultaneously, that you will be able to give interview timely? Because definitely we can learn from YouTube, we can practice here, but when it comes to speak, or when it comes to our grammar part, so definitely we have need for mentor. As you told me that you want to give interview, so for that reason I think we have need a trainer. Because according to me, like I have also done a job as a salesperson in at a company. So when I told you that when I have started my journey, so I have taken few sessions, and within 6 months I have got my first job, that was a counselor job. I had to counsel the people about English learning. So that was my job, and I have learned there one thing, that if you will spend for your skill, so then definitely you will learn. uh, like on YouTube we can practice,
Yeah,
we can
practice
learn.
is essential for that. Yeah.
It is, and Skype
Practice.
is the best that we can practice. But if you want to gain higher salary, if you want to join MNCs, if you want to join international schools, for that reason, what do you think? You have need for a trainer, you have need for a mentor.
Yeah. Obviously it's important, and actually now I focused on my grammar part. Obviously it's important, but actually I'm not followed any types of complicated grammar like had been, having been. I'm not used, and I use simple present and simple past, and it's my opinion, sorry for that. And it's enough. Actually, grammar and vocabulary is a short-term goal, and fluency is my long-term goal. So obviously, when I focused on my long-term goal, so obviously it's short-term goals is automatically completed. So that's why when I'm free, then I speaking to someone, and day by day I improving of my vocabulary and my grammar part, and as well as my fluency. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I always tell all the people who are just beginners, who like a grammar could be a daunting task for them, but I always tell them that if you want to start speaking, for speaking part, you have need only for present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, and little bit about continuous. And if you have knowledge about modals, verbs, should, can, could, like these types of, and instead of that, them are was or has have, how can you use in a simple sentence. So this is enough for you for your speaking portion. You can start to speak
Yeah.
fluently and quickly. And definitely you have to improve your vocabulary section as well, because most of the time we get stuck where in our vocabulary portions that there is no word while speaking. So vocabulary and this small portion of grammar, because if we are not until or unless we are not giving the competitive exam, so I don't think so that we have need for so much grammar deeply to learn, that I can learn deep grammar. So for that reason, okay, so can you suggest few app or any YouTube channel like this where you have learned English or you are learning English?
No, no. Actually, most of the time I watched some conversational video on YouTube, and it's very, very helpful for myself. I learning a lot, and when I'm free, then I reading, and it's my actually it's my hobby. When I'm free, then I reading NCRT books, and obviously I dropped my CV, so they are inform me, and I'm not preparing of myself. It's a very, very awkward situation for me, so that's why I reading. And sometimes it's a very rare, sometimes I writing, like when I writing something, at that time I able in grammar part, and it's my strong, and at the time I strong on that, so that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so Shatavati, any final tip from your side, because you have given so much ideas that how they can start, and it is necessary to learn English if you want to do something in your life and with your study as well. If you have certification but you don't have communication skills, so you can't take a good salary. Definitely, you can start your job as well. But nowadays, you know about the schools, everyone wants to speak in English, and they also, because parents, they want that their teachers should speak in English, it is must. So for
Yeah.
that reason, finally you just want to give any final tip for our co-learners who are just.
Yeah. Actually, it's my insinuation. When anybody they started on their journey, and obviously it's a recording technique, like when they are free in that time, they are recording their own videos, and it's a too much beneficial. Actually, I helping in that technique, so that's why so actually when I recording of my own videos, and at that time I rectifying that all the mistakes, and what are the mistakes I made, I realized, then I work upon on it, and in that the process day by day I improving of myself, and obviously I have practiced in front of mirror. Actually, I'm not maintaining eye contact. It's a too much difficult for me. I don't know why, but it's a very difficult for me. But nowadays, little bit able in this pattern. But yeah, in that reason, I watching some movies, and when you are watching movies, it's a too much helpful. Actually, I got so many advanced words, and one words have 5 to 6 antonyms and synonyms, and it's a too much helpful for beginners or intermediate students, actually. So that's why I noted down in those words, and when I talking to someone in that time, I used on it, and obviously it's a very ecstatic moment of myself, because I utilized that, and yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, for beginners, just have to learn a few grammar portion and about the vocabulary so they can start speaking. So it
Speaking.
is superb conversation with
Something.
you, Satabati. Yeah, and this is enough for the beginners. So yeah, I can say that if you have any question, you can ask me.
Yeah. What are the process are you following in your increasing vocabulary?
Yeah, I just, if I have one word and I want to learn that word, I decode that word in my words. Okay, if there is any word, so I will relate that word, or I will create a story
Okay.
around that word. In this way, I learned, and I mostly, because I, whenever I teach students or whenever I teach my children, so I just give them examples, the way they can learn that word. Relate, we have to relate that word according to us. So in this way we will learn, and this is the best, I can say that, thing that we can learn new vocabulary. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it could be a daunting task for us, that how we can learn new words. So definitely we can learn, just decode that
Yeah, yeah,
according to
yeah.
learn it.
Derivative, when we are connecting to someone at that time utilized in those words, obviously in that time automatically in your mind. But some actually sometimes I used some types of idioms and phrases. It's a too much important obviously, but sometimes my mind will stuck. I'm not used any types of idioms. In that time I used advanced words, but I'm not used idioms. Actually it's not of my cup of tea, but in that the reason I'm not used, I'm not when I talking to someone I'm not utilize that. That's why when I day by day when I communicating to another one and I use in those words, obviously those idioms, it's of my cup of tea. So practice is a very crucial role for that, and consistency. When we are maintaining a consistency, obviously we are improving ourselves and we are achieving our goals. Yeah.
Definitely, the practice as much as you can and enjoy this process. So this is must. If you enjoy this process, learning process, so you will learn so many things, and every day you can do one thing, one phrasal verb or one idioms, you can just write down on your notebook, and whenever you will speak with anyone, so you will use every time that idioms, that phrasal verbs, so it will be a custom for you, that you can learn or you can speak that words automatically. It will comes out your mouth automatically. Yeah, so it's a superb conversation with you, Satavadi, and definitely we'll meet again, and there will be
Thank you
a
so much
few
for asking me.
speaking learners.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, bye
Okay.
bye. Take care.